Daniel here for Tabletop for One. Please join me at the table as I teach and play through Cyberion. And I thank you for joining me for this tutorial and solo playthrough of Cyberion. Cyberion is designed by Shadi Torbey and published by InPatience. And this is one of the Omniverse games. And this is actually the first one I'm showing on my channel. And so I'm excited to show you this game. Now, please bear in mind, I've been sick. I've been really sick for the past few days. And so if my voice doesn't come through clearly, I apologize. Now in Cyberion, the factory has gone awry and you're trying to rebuild the factory and get all the machines back in order. And so in the solo mode, you must repair all the machines before the failsafes run out. And so let's go into setup here. And so first you'll need the mainframe board, which we'll place right here. And then you're going to take the devious cog tokens and you're going to slot them in the level 1 spot of each of these upgrade actions. Then you'll take the 15 level 2 machine cards, shuffle this up. Take the 10 level 1 machine cards, shuffle this up, and place the 1s on top of the 2s here. And then you're going to draw 5 of them into a display, like so. And then I'll place this deck off the screen. Then you'll take 4 of the failsafe tokens and you'll place them over here. And then you'll give 1 to yourself in your own inventory. You'll also give yourself the battery card that is shown on the full side here. And you'll also gain 1 random support token. And so this is the token that I've gained here. We'll just place it right here. And then you're going to shuffle the 50 robot cards and we'll place that deck up here. We're going to draw 5 of these cards into a display and then we'll discard 5 cards at the start of the game here. All right, and so that's the first setup. Now, I do want to note a couple things here. First of all, I'm not using any of the expansions that come with the game. So there are multiple expansions. This is just going to be the base game that we're playing today. And then we're going to leave these 2 rows empty here and here. This top row is called the flash and the bottom row is called the stock. So cards will enter and exit those rows as we play. This middle row here is called the platform, and then where the machine cards are, that's called the factory. All right, so let's start off by talking about the goal of the game. The goal of the game is to get through the entire deck of the machine cards here. We need to complete all the machine cards in order to win. The way we lose the game is if we have to use a failsafe token and we don't have a failsafe token to use, then we immediately lose the game. And we'll talk about when you have to use a failsafe token shortly. All right, so first let's talk about the anatomy of the cards here. We have the machine cards here, and the upper left tells you the level of the card. It basically is a signifier of the difficulty of the card. On the bottom of those cards show you the requirements in order to build those machines. So these 3 machines here require 2 of the same kind of card. This one requires the command bot cards, which are these cards here. This one requires 2 of the stock cards, and I don't have any of those in the display. And then this one here requires 2 of the plan bots, which I have 2 of them here already. These other requirements here are the level of robots that are required. The level of the robots are all going to be shown in the upper right hand corner of the robot cards here. So 2, 1, 5, 2, and 5 right here. And so that's it for the anatomy of the cards. It's fairly simple. So on your turn, you're going to be doing a bunch of actions. You have the repair action, the trigger action, and the upgrade action. And then at any point you don't want to do any more actions or cannot do any more actions, you'll go straight into the cleanup phase, and then you'll repeat your turn. Now during your turn, you can do as many repair actions, as many trigger actions, and as many upgrade actions as you have cards and resources available to do so. And so let's first talk about repair. And we've already kind of gone over this, but each machine here has a requirement in order to repair a machine. And so if I wanted to repair a machine, let's say I wanted to repair this one here, I would need to discard 2 plan bots. We'll just call them green. So 2 green bots. And so I could take these 2 cards here, place them in the discard pile, and then I would have repaired this card. Now, when you repair a machine, you add it to a pile, and that becomes a card that you can use later for the upgrade action, which I'll explain shortly. Now, another thing you can do on your turn is discard one of the cards for its ability. And so you're going to look at the upper left-hand corner of each of these cards, and it's going to reflect what kind of ability it can do. It's the kind of ability that's based on the robot that it is. And you'll use one of the actions that is shown on the mainframe board. Now at the start of the game, you start at level 1, and there is actually no action you can do at level 1. All these actions will give you nothing. You can discard the cards if you'd like, but they are going to do nothing. But as you upgrade these actions, you'll be able to do more powerful abilities. So the first kind of action is the Sirenbot. The Sirenbot is this little orange bell here. This one here, what it does is it lets you take the top card of the deck and place it into the flash area. Now at level 1, it just gives you 1 card. Level 2 gives you 2 cards off the top of the deck. Level 3 gives you 3, and level 4 gives you 5. The next one here, the Stockbot, lets you take cards from the flash and from the platform and put them into the stock area. And the reason why you would do that, I'll explain momentarily. The next one here, the Cyclebot, lets you take a card from the discard pile and put it back up on the deck in the first 2 levels here. The first level gives you the ability to put a Cyclebot card on top of the deck. This next level lets you put any card from the discard pile on top of the deck. This next level here lets you take a Cycle card from the discard pile and actually put it into the platform. And then this last one here lets you take any card from the discard pile and put it into the platform. The next one here, the Planbot on its second level here, lets you take the top card of the deck, and then you can choose either to put it on the bottom or back on the top. And then you'll take the top card of the deck and add it to your platform. And so the following levels lets you do that with more cards. So the next level lets you look at 2 cards, and then you can put those, you choose for each one to put them on the bottom or on the top, and then take the top card of that deck and put it into the platform. And the next level lets you look at 3, and the last level lets you look at 5. The command bot here is a little bit different because what it does is it allows you to prep one of the machines and to make it so that the machines only take 1 card less to repair. So if we prepped a machine like this one here, what we would do is we'd slot it down like this to indicate that it's been prepped, and then I would only need to pay one of the Stockbot cards in order to repair this machine. Now, when you use this ability at the second level here, you have to discard 5 cards. And you can discard the cards from the top of the deck or the flash or the platform or the stock area. So you choose any combination of those cards, you'll discard those cards, and then you'll prep one of the machines and have it ready to be discounted to be used later. Now there are a few general rules you need to keep in mind regarding the different areas here. First of all, each area can only have 5 cards in it. If you are using the cycle or the Planbot actions and your platform is full, the card that you add will go into the flash instead. If the flash is full, then it will go into the stock instead. Now the Sirenbot and the Stockbot work a little bit differently, so as you're adding cards to the flash area with the Sirenbot, if you fill up that area, you just don't add any more cards. You lose that ability. And the same for the Stockbot. If the stock area ends up being full and you need to add more cards to the stock area, you won't move any more cards. So just keep that in mind. And one other thing to note is you can discard any card and not use its ability, or use a lower level version of its ability. You just have to choose that before you discard and activate its ability. Now let's talk about the upgrade action. The upgrade action is a very important action. So as you gain cards, let's say I had gained these machines here, and so I have a good pile of machine cards here that I've completed. What I can do is then spend these cards to upgrade my actions. The amount of cards that you need to spend to upgrade the action is signified at the top here. So to upgrade any of these actions into the next level, I need to spend 1 card. So I take 1 card from my supply of repaired robots, and then I would be able to move one of these. Let's say I move the Sirenbot up 1 space. And then later on, if I wanted to, I could then spend 2 cards now to upgrade it to the 3rd level. So I could spend these 2 here like so. You can upgrade them in any order you want. They always upgrade from left to right. And so it's completely up to you on how you want to do that. Now, anytime that you upgrade past from level 4 to level 5 here, you'll gain a failsafe token, and that's going to save you during cleanup. See, what happens during cleanup is the first thing you're going to check to see if you've repaired any machines. If you have not repaired any machines, then you have to spend a failsafe token. And if you cannot do so, then you lose the game. So every round, you want to at least repair 1 machine. And so after you've checked that, then you're going to refill this area up to 5 cards. So let's say I had repaired these 2 machines here, then I would refill these 2 spots here. You don't need to slide anything down or anything like that. Also, any prepped machines, let's say I had prepped this machine, but I didn't repair it, they will actually go back into their unprepped state at the end of the round. The next thing you do on cleanup is you're going to empty out the flash. Anything that's left here is going to go into the discard pile. And then you'll refill the platform up to 5 cards. Anything in the stock remains there, nothing gets discarded, and it doesn't fill on its own. The stock is always filled by card effects. Now, I do want to talk about when this deck runs out. See, this deck is eventually going to run out, and the first time it runs out, you're going to take your battery card here and flip it over, and now your battery's empty, but you'll be able to take the discard pile and reshuffle it into a new deck. Now, you do not discard 5 cards like we did here at the beginning of the game when you reshuffle a deck. You'll have the entire deck to use. And then another thing to note is you have this token here. The support token gives you a one-time use ability. In this case here, it's a Planbot action where I will get to look at 2 cards, and then I can put those on the top or the bottom of the deck and then draw a card into the platform. And so you get to use this one time during the game. There are other support tokens as well, and as you get better with the game, you'll end up playing without the support tokens. All right, so that's pretty much it for the rules. So once again, we're going to be using robots to repair machines. We're going to be discarding robots to activate them for their abilities. We're going to be using repaired machines to upgrade our abilities here. And then we're going to continue playing until one of 2 things happens. Either I complete all 25 of the machine cards, or I run out of failsafe tokens and lose the game. And we are set to go here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to repair one of these machines. And so I think I will just repair this one here. This one requires 2 Commandbot cards, and I have 2 Commandbot here. And so we'll discard these 2 like this, and then I've repaired this machine. And so with that, I'm just going to go straight into the cleanup. I could do another action. I could, repair this machine here, but I'm just going to kind of see what I get for the next machine and see what I get for these 2 cards that are going to fill. So again, during the cleanup phase, first you're going to check, did I repair any machines? I did, so I don't have to spend a failsafe token. We'll replenish this here. We would unprep any prepped cards, but there are none. And then we'll refill the platform here. So 1 and 2 like so. All right, so looking at these cards, now I have some Sirenbot cards, but I don't have that ability yet, so I probably want to upgrade that ability soon and start using it. Now these cards here, these machine cards, this one takes 2 level 2 robots. I only have 1 level 2 robot. This takes 2 level 4s and 2 level 3s. I only have 1 level 3. So really the only robot I can repair this turn is this one. So I definitely have to do that because I don't want to use a failsafe token. So we'll spend these 2 cards here to repair this one. And so now I have 2 experience to spend on my upgrades if I want to. I also have the ability to use my support token right now, and I'm half tempted to do so. But honestly, I think I'm just going to go into cleanup again. So we're going to add a machine card here because I repaired one, so I don't have to use a failsafe token. And then we'll draw 2 new cards to the platform. Wow, we got a lot of Sirenbots here. This is going to work out well because I think I'm going to try and upgrade that here. All right, so I am going to use my support token here. So once again, this support token says I can look at the top 2 cards of the deck. All right, so we're looking at these 2 here. And so I have a Cyclebot and a Sirenbot. Both of these are good. Now, we do have a Cyclebot machine that needs to be repaired. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this card here. So we're going to choose to put this one. I could put this one back on the top and then this one like this if I want to save that Sirenbot card, or I can save it for later. Maybe I should leave it on top. And so I will draw the top card, adding it to my platform. Now the platform is already at max, but then I get to add it to my flash here. Now, as a reminder, during cleanup, if I have cards here, they get discarded. But we are going to use this card and this card right now to repair this machine. And now I have a total of 3 experience. And I think it's high time I started upgrading. So I'm going to spend 1 experience to upgrade an ability, and I'm going to upgrade the Sirenbot. Now it's at level 2. And now when I use the Sirenbot ability, which I will be shortly, I will be discarding a Sirenbot to draw a card from the top of the deck and adding it to the flash. But actually, I'm going to upgrade it again. I have 2 more experience here. See, to upgrade it from level 2 to 3, it takes 2. And so we're going to upgrade it here. Now, one thing to note on upgrading, the level 2 machine cards, even though they say 2 on it, it's not worth 2 experience. Every card is a single point of experience used to upgrade these actions. I did forget to discard the support token. That thing's gone. I can't use it anymore. Now, before I use these Sirenbot abilities, I think I'm just going to go straight into cleanup. So we're going to draw a new card here and then 1 here to the platform. Wow, look at all these cards. Okay, so a couple of things to keep in mind here is 1, we have a Sirenbot repair card here. And so we definitely want to use that. But on top of that, we have one that says 2 3s. And I have 2 3s here. So maybe I should do both. let's start with the Sirenbot one. So we're going to discard these two here to repair this one. And then we'll just go into cleanup one more time. All right, so we're drawing a new card here, and then 2 new cards to the platform. Wow, look at all these Sirenbot cards. This is crazy. Now, looking at my requirements here, this one requires 2 level 4 robots, and I have 2 level 4 robots here. So I'm going to complete this card here, and then we'll go into cleanup one more time, drawing some more cards here. And finally got a Stockbot. That's good because we definitely need to use it for this card. But in the meantime, I have some other choices I can make, and I can actually use these 2 level 5 cards here to finish off this machine here. And so that's done. We'll go into cleanup again. You don't have to go into cleanup. I just find it's useful sometimes to do that, especially early on in the game. It gives you kind of an idea of how things are going. All right, so we need 2 Stockbot cards here. We need level 2s, level 3s, level 1s. Now we have a level 2 machine card here. So check this out. This one here requires a sequence of robot levels. So it says 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to be a little on the difficult side to make, especially early on here. But as I get cards out here, it'll get better. Speaking of which, maybe I should actually, I'm tempted right now to use these 3 to upgrade my Sirenbot action. And I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to use all 3 of these, upgrading that another. And so now it's level 4. Now when I use the Sirenbot action, I'll actually get to draw 3 cards into the flash here. But before we do that, I think it's best that I use 2 of my Stockbot cards here to repair this robot, or the machine, and then we'll go into cleanup here. And then we'll see about using the Sirenbot cards. All right, so this level 2 machine here requires 2 pairs of the same levels of cards. So it says it wants 2 cards that have the same level and 2 other cards that have the different level but the same. So in other words, I have 2 3s here and 2 1s here. That would count towards completing that. But I'm more inclined right now to use these 2 level 1s to complete this card here. And then we'll go into cleanup, drawing a new card, drawing a couple more into the platform. All right. I think at this point, I will use the Sirenbot card. So when you discard one of these cards for its ability, you just discard it straight into the discard. You look at its ability here. So we're looking up here, and we're going to do this ability. This says draw 3 cards into the flash. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, if I do not use these cards by the end of the round, or by cleanup, then these 3 will get discarded. But I think I'll end up using them. Because check this out. I drew a 1, 2, and a 1, right? And I have a 4, 5, and 3. So I could do a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish off this level 2 card. I think I'm going to do the 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I like this pair of 1s here. I may need that for something else. So we got 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you can see here, that's going to be my straight, and that's going to complete this card here. I'm not going to go into cleanup yet. I don't want to lose these cards here. So I am going to use the Sirenbot ability again. And so we're drawing 3 new cards here. 1, 2, and 3. Now that fills up my flash area here, so I have to be careful. And we can actually use pretty much all of these right now. See, I have 2 1s and then 2 4s. That's going to complete this card here. 2 sets of pairs of different robot levels. And so I'll complete this card here, discarding all 4 of these cards. And now I have the 1 card remaining. And so the question is, do I want to use it for its ability? Now, I haven't upgraded that ability yet. So maybe I should just upgrade it right now. And we'll just pay 1 card for that, upgrading it. And so now I can discard it. It's going to get discarded anyways if I don't use it. So I might as well discard it to see what we have here. And so we have a Cyclebot. And it's a level 1 Cyclebot. So I think I'm going to keep it on top, which means I'm actually going to, draw it now into the platform. So it'll get placed right here. And the reason why I kept that is this card here requires 3 level 1 robots. So I think that was good for that. All right, so let's go into cleanup now. So we're going to draw 2 cards here, like so. Now this level 2 machine requires 2 identical cards, okay? So they have to be the same type and same level. And so that's going to be kind of hard to get. Let's go ahead and draw our 4 cards into the platform here. Now, thankfully, we did get the 3 1s that we wanted. So 1, 2, and 3 like so is going to complete this machine here. And so now I have 4 experience, and then I'm really tempted to upgrade that Sirenbot to the final one. But let's go into cleanup first. We'll draw a new machine card here, and then we'll draw a few more cards into the platform. And so, yeah, let's do that. We're going to upgrade, we'll upgrade that Sirenbot into the final spot here. That's going to give us another failsafe token, and we'll discard all 4 experience here. And then we're going to use it. All right, so we're going to discard this card for its ability. I draw 5 cards into the flash. That is crazy. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like so. That gives us a lot of options because look at this one here. This one requires 3 command bots, so I can discard these 3 here if I wanted to. This one requires 3 4s, and so I have 1, 2, 3 here if I want to. So I have a lot of options. Oh, check this out though. 2 identical cards, this card and this card. These are identical. Look at that, same type, same level, same picture and everything. So I'm gonna discard these 2 here to repair this card. And then I think I'm going to do the 3 command cards. I think that's the best bet for that to repair this one here. I was going to do the 3 4s, but I think the 3 command cards is a little bit better in this situation. And then I can't repair any of the cards. Now, I don't want to lose these cards. So I think I will use the upgrade action to upgrade the Stockbot. That way I can actually use one of these. Let's see, which one do I want to use? Actually, you know what? I'm going to end up using both of these. We're just going to discard both of these for their actions and stock both of these cards. These will go down in the stock area down here. All right, so now we're going to go into cleanup, drawing 2 new cards here. Again, haven't had to use the failsafe yet, not too bad. Then we're going to fill up the platform. Doesn't look like we have enough cards to fill the platform. So what that means is we have to flip over the battery here, and then we're going to shuffle this and draw the remaining cards. All right, so we got 1 more card there. All right, so this machine card here requires 3 robots, and the sum of their robot levels has to be equal or less than 6. Now, I think the first card that I'm going to repair is this card here, requiring 2 Stockbots. And so we get another repair done. Now, I don't know if I want to go into cleanup just yet. I guess it wouldn't hurt. We'll just go into cleanup right now. And I think I want to use the Sirenbot ability now. So we're going to draw 5 cards into the flash. Again, upgrading that Sirenbot ability early on is really helping me out. All right, so now we need to use 3 of the Cyclebots to repair that machine, and I think I'll use the level 4 one. Actually, I'm going to use the 2 level 1s and the level 5. Let's do that. And so we'll repair that machine. And then I'll use this level 1 card, this level 1 card, and this level 2 card here. And so that total is 4, which is less than 6, so I'll repair that machine as well. So that was really good. And then next up, we'll use these 2 level 3 cards to repair this machine. And then I'll discard this card, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to get discarded anyway. So we're going to use the Siren ability and draw 5 new cards into the flash again. So let's see what we get. And so before I go any further, I think I'm going to upgrade a little bit. So I want to upgrade the Stockbot ability. We're going to spend 2 and then 3 experience. 2 for the first level here, well, from level 2 to level 3, and then 3 experience from level 3 to level 4. Now when I use the Stockbot action, I'll get 3 cards going down into the stock here. And so with that in mind, I will use this card here, bringing these 3 cards all the way down into the stock here. And then I will use the Sirenbot ability one more time, drawing 5 more cards into here. And then I'm going to use the Planbot ability, so we're going to discard this card, look at the top card of this deck, and let's see, it is a level 1, and so I think I'm going to put this at the bottom, and then we'll draw the top card of this deck and add it to the platform here. Alright, it's a stock card, but it actually is a really good card. It's a level 4 card. See, I need 3 level 4s here. I have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Perfect, so we will repair this card here. And then to save these cards from being discarded, I'm going to use this Stockbot ability, and we're going to drop all 3 of these now down into the stock area, and the stock area is now full. All right, so now we are going into the cleanup phase. I've repaired more than enough machines there. So we're going to draw 4 new machines here, and we're getting close to the end. We only have 2 machines left after that. And then we're going to draw 4 more cards here into the platform. Now, I do want to note that we are running low on cards here, and we don't have a battery to reshuffle that deck, so you can only shuffle it the one time, so you got to try and make sure that you get everything done in time. All right, so the first card I'm looking at is this one here, which requires a total robot value of 12 or more. I have a couple 5s down here that I can use, but I also have this card here that requires 3 5s. So maybe I should look at using that first. So I have 3 5s here, and I'll use all 3 of those for that. And I think I'll just go straight into cleanup here, drawing a new card to the platform. And then I'm going to discard the Sirenbot here to draw 5 new cards. I hope that was the right call. I do need Sirenbots for one of those machines, but we'll see. All right, so now I'm going to use this card, this one, and I guess this one here to finish off this card. And then I'll use these 2 level 2 plan bots, and I think the level 4 plan bot, and that'll finish off this card here. And I think I'm going to use these 3 cards here to repair this machine right here. And then I think that's it. So this card is going to get discarded during cleanup here. We will draw our final machine card here, and then we're going to refill our platform, and we're running really low on cards here. Now we need 3 3s, 3 2s, and then 3 Sirenbot cards. And we have our 3 2s right here. So that's done. And we'll just go straight into cleanup. We finished a card, but there's no more machines to add here. But we get to add 2 cards here. Now I have my 3 level 3s here. So 1, 2, and 3 like that. We'll finish off this card. We'll go into cleanup again, drawing 2 new cards. Ooh, it's getting really close. All right, so now I need to do some upgrading. So I am going to upgrade. Let's see, I can do 1, 2, 3. I gotta upgrade 3 times. And so yeah, I'm gonna upgrade this ability here 3 times. 1 costing 1 card, then 2 more cards, then 3 more cards. All right, so there goes all 6 cards. And so the reason why I'm doing that is I'm gonna use the Cyclebot action. Now I can use it at a lower level here, and that's what I'm gonna do. I can take any card from the discard pile and place it on top here. And so I'm gonna look through here, and I'm just gonna take the first Sirenbot and place it right on top of here. And then I'm going to use this action here, right? We're gonna look at the top card and decide, do we want it on the top or the bottom? Well, we want it on the top. We draw it into our, sorry, hit the camera there. We draw it into our platform here, then use all 3 cards like so, and finish off that final machine card. And so there you have it. I won the game of Cyberion. Actually, you know, to be honest, I have not lost a standard game yet. In fact, I even play the game now without this token, and I still find it on the easier side, but there are a lot of ways you can customize the difficulty of the game as well as using different modules. So I hope I gave you a good idea of how Cyberion by Shadi Torbey and InPatience is how it plays and what you might think of the game. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of this game, or if you played it yourself. Please also like and subscribe to this channel if you like the content you see here, and I thank you very much for joining me on Tabletop for One. Have a great night.